And we're on the air with Noir 106, week 8.
Hey, Paul Bond.
How's it going?
Where are you again?
I'm I'm out there.
You are. And I like the little opening in your door. Like just a little bit of light into the darkness.
Yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Speaking of where are you, uh, it seems like Burtis is out on assignment.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has been following, but I've been following her tweets. And I'm just going to pull them up real quickly because I find them pretty interesting. Um, she seems to be somewhere. Um, I don't know exactly where. I guess one, if we look at this one, she's in D.C., right? That's the White House. So this is a high-level assignment, looking
Yeah.
into the gates. And then this one is the Office of Authentications, which is
Really?
very interesting in the public entrance there. So obviously it's D.C. somewhere. And then there's this from the world's top expert. How to disappear. Erase your digital footprint, leave false trails, and vanish without a trace. That's a crazy erasing your digital footprint. And then the final one, which I don't know where this is, but this is another one, is Carmine's. Looks like a 1930s, 1940s Italian restaurant in the city.
Huh.
So she's on to something. I haven't heard, other than these tweets, I have no idea what's happening there. So that's that's kind of interesting, no?
Yeah, I mean the disappear thing, there's a couple ways to take that. Is she trying to or is she tracking someone?
Yeah, and then
I don't
White
know.
House. You tie the White House into that. You tie the public
Yeah.
of authentication, right? There's this whole narrative, or at least subtext of authentication, right? Like disappearing online identity, some sort of authentication of that identity. Um, I don't know if that links back to maybe a bill or some sort of law, or maybe there's some sort of politician. This could be Day of the Jackal stuff, right? I mean, we don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We can only speculate though.
Yeah, we can only speculate.
We
I hope she's
see,
all right.
yeah, we see Burtis isn't here. We see Black isn't here. So something's going on,
It's just us, the
and
skeleton
they're
crew.
not telling us. The skeleton crew. I like that.
Well, given that we're the skeleton crew, I think we should get out week eight's assignments because I've seen a couple of people tweet that, oh, they missed DS-106, they were having DS-106 withdrawals, I should do assignment, and I challenged a couple of people who said that, hey, do an assignment, I'll do one with you. They didn't miss it that much, which I love about
Yeah.
it. You can't miss this much work that much. But we're back, and we're back
Yeah.
to work.
It's for life. It doesn't end.
It does not end for one life.
Right.
Um, yeah, so do you want to do a quick rundown of the radio shows, and then I'll pick up on the assignments? We'll go back and forth on that.
Okay. Well, the first thing we're talking about today, we're going to be playing the radio shows on DS 106 radio. We're going to do it at our regular 9 p.m. time slot, like we've been doing Monday through Thursday. So we're going to be running this week and next because of the number of them we have.
Yeah.
Um, Monday, we're going to run House of Noir and Noir Are We There Yet? Tuesday, we've got Noir D&D. That's a lawn show, so it'll take up the whole thing.
Yep.
Wednesday, we've got three things going on: the Manwarpulators, Dead Silence, and the Steadfast Sleuths. Thursday, Noir Not the Father and Noir Talk.
I
Then we're going
love
to move on to next week. And
the noir puns are the best.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Next week, we've got Monday, Inside Talking and the Toon Squad. Tuesday, Get a Clue, Vixen's Ventures. Wednesday is going to be Noir at Night in the Silk Road. And Thursday, we've got Dinner Party at 6 and the Noir Buzz.
That's a lot of shows.
Yeah,
So,
well,
what are
big
students?
groups.
Yeah. How many groups? Two, four. Well, I will. No need to count. But let me ask you this: what do students have to do in relationship to those shows?
Ideally, we'd like people to be present when their show is playing.
Or at least a couple of
However,
people from their group, right?
yeah, tweet along with it. If we can get you online on the radio to talk about it, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, Everyone has to listen to someone else's show each week. And really, the ones I've listened to so far are pretty awesome. So, you know, listen every night or you're going to miss something.
Right.
But you have to listen to one that you didn't do, and you have to like live tweet about it and write a blog post, an evaluation of it. Describe the experience of listening to it, the various sound elements employed, what parts worked, what parts didn't, all that. You want to be thoughtful and critical and respectful, most importantly.
So
That's going to be in a blog post. Label it radio listen.
great. So if I'm right, Paul, just to recap, I'm a student. I have to listen to at least one show this week that's not my own, and
Right.
I have to tweet along with it, and I have to blog about it, and I have to do the same thing next week. So I have to listen
Right.
to another radio show next week that's not my own. I have to tweet along with it, and I have to write a blog post about it.
Right.
Okay,
That's what you got to do. What you want to do is listen to all of them.
that's right.
But what you have to do is one and tweet about it. Yeah.
Right. So in other words, lock in from 9 to 10 for some great radio
Yeah.
on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, there's the radio listen. That's the tag. After that, we're also, because a lot of this is kind of us listening and tweeting and responding to other people's work, we wanted to actually make that a theme of the week. And so another thing everyone's going to have to do this week is you're going to have to inspire, quote unquote, at least 4 other assignments by students in the class. So what does this mean? Well, we have a site, and I'm going to share it with you right now, so give me a second. We have a site. It's called, of all things, Inspire. And what we're going to do there is, this is a site that you can find at inspire.ds106.us. And you now would go out, you either remember a great assignment that you've seen people do in previous weeks, and you'd go to submit your inspiration, you click that button, and you would put in all the information, like the artist's name, the title of their work, a link to that post that they did, an explanation of why it inspired you or how it inspired you, and then your name. And you have to do this for 4 specific or individual assignments that students in the class did. So these are the inspires that we're talking about. You have to do 4 of them. And this is actually a way for all of us to take a break this week and go back and start kind of reflecting on all the awesome work so many students in this class have done. There's so much work. We understand that. There's a tidal wave of work. And what we want to use this week is to kind of go back into those archives and sort through some of it and actually look for stuff that's inspired you or has inspired you over the course of the semester and write it up. It's a really good exercise in, again, fomenting the community and remembering that all of us are moving fast to do a lot of work, but it's really essential that we actually recognize and promote the great work that's happening. Not only that inspires us, but to inspire the author so that they do more. So that's a requirement this week for Inspire. Make sense, Paul?
Yeah, yeah. It sort of ties into what we've been doing with commenting, look at other people's work and promote it, tell them about it. So that's really an awesome thing. And, the Inspire site is actually something that former DS106 student built as a class project, correct? Yeah.
Yes, it is. We had 2 students who did that, Rachel McGurk and McKenna. I'm forgetting her first. Linda McKenna. And that was awesome. They did that as their final project, and they designed and built Inspire. So that's a student-created site, coolly enough.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
It is awesome.
So the next thing we've got to do, this is a switch. We're going to do 10 stars of assignments this week. And they
Yeah.
can be any assignments from the assignment bank. The catch is you have to do them in character and in relationship to another character,
Yeah.
or in collaboration with another character. So an example of that would be um, the invoice assignment. That's in the design bank. If your character is, you got it up there? If your
Boba Fett.
character is, yeah, Boba Fett. If your character is like a hitman, maybe you're designing a invoice for a job you did for someone.
Exactly. Awesome. And that's a really good example of, the invoice assignment is a great design assignment. You can do any kind of assignment. And the idea is to link the assignment to someone else's character so that the work you've already done together as groups with the radio, you keep it going. The collaboration and bonus points if you work together with someone on an assignment, meaning that you both come together and you do assignment together, bonus points. So keep it up. Keep
Right.
collaborating. Does that make
Yeah.
sense, Paul?
Yeah. The key thing, it's in character with another character or
Good.
relating to another character.
And 10 stars, anything you want. It can be any category.
Right.
Now, the final one, well, no, not final one. Um, the next one is 10 comments. We're going to keep that rolling. It's been amazing to watch you all comment on each other's work. I've gone in and was commenting myself, and I've seen, students are really now commenting. And look, people say, don't say great work and move on, but sometimes just letting someone that you know that you like their work and why you liked it, doesn't have to be, shouldn't maybe be 2 words, but it could be a quick sentence or two. That means a lot. It means a lot to the person who created it. I think it means a lot to build community for the class. And I think it kind of builds in that sense of, um, I don't know, back and forth that sometimes can get lost. Again, to reinforce, the comments are a huge place, but you can also use Twitter as a place to comment and feedback. And a lot of this activity does happen in Twitter. Another thing to say is, if you want other people to read your work, don't be bashful. Tweet it out there and tell people, look, I've written some great things, come read them. That might be another way to do Inspire too. So anyway, comment, 10 comments. And finally, Paul, we are bringing back the TDCs, am I right?
3 daily creates this week. Yeah. Want
Yes,
to keep that rolling. Keep yourself in the creative habit. Um, it's probably especially important this week because we've had a week off and we're sort of reflecting, but you still want to keep making stuff.
that's right.
So,
And, arguably TDCs, the Daily Creates, and thank you, Mariana Funes, again for managing the ship on that. You've been amazing. But the TDCs may be some of the best work we've seen all semester. I mean, people just put endless time into what should be a 5 or 10 minute assignment, and I think that's a sign of. I think if that's happening, it's a sign of the magic that is just creating and doing this stuff. So let yourself get taken away with it. Obviously, time is of the essence always. Um, but if you put in a 5 minute assignment, that's perfect. Like you just have to do it. If you get sucked up into it, just let us know. Like if you feel like you spend so much time, it's got to be a placeholder for some other stars. You know, I I would be more than willing to listen to your argument as why it should. So, don't let the TDCs. They've been amazing. So I'm saying, don't stop yourself. Keep going.
yeah. Yeah, it's really just getting in that habit. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's great when people invest something into it and come up with something awesome, but just do something
Yeah,
regularly.
that's right.
That's
Just
where
do.
it's at. Okay. So that's what we've got here. We've got listen to the radio show, blog about someone else's, do your inspires, do your
Four.
collaborative character assignments,
10 stars of character assignment.
right? 10 stars assignments, minimum of 10 comments.
And
Do that,
comments.
do that in a blog post. Most people are doing that. But the
That's right.
nice thing about that is a lot of people are saying they really like that part of it. They like giving the feedback. They like getting the feedback. They like having to look at what other people are doing. So it's good that we're seeing that.
I agree. And then finally,
3 daily creates.
the daily creates. And a quick note on what you're saying with people liking the comments and um, Alan Levine, who often teaches this class as well. He's not teaching it this semester. He's doing something like it with the U show at another campus. But he went in and just looked at, he was, he's always kind of in and out of DS 106, and he was looking at the stats for this course. And I thought it was interesting. So far, we have roughly 80 students in this course, and we have 3,178 posts. And he broke it down that that's over 40 or roughly 40 posts per student in this class. And
Nice.
I think that speaks volumes about the work that's being done right now, and not just in terms of volume, but also in terms of people bringing their A game, as a group and as a cohort. And I'm thrilled to see it, and that gets me excited. So
Yeah.
keep going and build, create, keep going. The
Mhm.
mystery is out there, and only by creating will you solve it.
Make art.
Like, God
That's
damn
what
it.
it's all about. Yeah.
Make some art, damn it. Yeah, I'm positive.
All right.
All right, Paul.
All
For
right.
life.
DS 106.
For life.
Do that for. Oh, you can't even
For
steal
life.
mine.
You can even do
But
it.
hey, cool.
I say for life.
For life.